Hello, friends. How are you? How's things? How's life? How's your world? How's Monday? It's actually really nice here. It's not 50s and raining, it's actually more like normal June weather for June 1st. Look at this. I made myself a pedal board this weekend. I don't normally play with a lot of pedals. I have a tuner, but I did finish my compressor this weekend, and I very much like this pedal. I made a few modifications to this one versus the one that I built previously. That maybe the person that I gave it to, I can get it back from him and make those changes to his, because it's just a couple of component changes. But this pedal, this compressor, is fantastic. The limiter that I'm working on, I needed some more parts because I'm an idiot, and I thought the kit that I ordered came with the correct parts. But anyway, check it out. This isn't finished. This is just the assembly, but it'll have... this is not Velcro. This is something like Velcro. I forget what it's called. Oh, Dual Lock. And Dual Lock is like Velcro, except that both pieces have the same material, so there's not like the fuzzy part and then the other part. This is like this really insane technology, and it's supposed to be very, very strong. So I want to try it on here. So I need to finish this with like a water-based finish, because if you put oil-based on this, the tape will never stick right again. So maybe a lacquer, or I don't know what I'm going to put on it yet, but I still have to sand it all up and smooth it all out and get it looking all nice. But I made it big enough to hold like 5 pedals. I don't know what I'm going to put on here. I'll have, I'd like to get an octave pedal at some point. So tuner, this guy, I have pass-throughs for the like little extension cables to sit down in here and be out of the way. The power supply will mount probably down here, actually. I was thinking about mounting it here, but now that I put this cross piece on here, I'll probably mount the power supply here. You know, so it's a nice little, simple little board made out of oak and walnut. It's going to be really pretty, and it's going to be mine, and it's going to be unique. And, you know, I'll have pedal. This is really like, I could probably fit 5 on here, but I'll probably only ever really have 4, if that. I don't even know that I'll have that many. We shall see. Pedal board. Besides that, this weekend I did get to working on the kitchen island project. So I didn't film any of that. I just glued together the side pieces, and I need to get the back piece ready to go and then cut down the other. Maybe I'll film some more once I get it like looking like something, but I didn't film any of that. I also didn't film any of this. I should have, but I was just like, you know what? I want to come down here and just build it. It only took a couple hours. Sorry. But all of that aside, I had my first bass lesson. I'm taking my first private lesson, I should say. I haven't had private lessons of any kind since I was a kid. I've told you before that I babysat for my neighbor, and she was a piano teacher, and she gave me some lessons. And so that's like the only private lessons I've ever had. But I figured now is the time to do private lessons and really work on, you know, letting a real bass player. I'm taking private lessons from a channel here on YouTube called Kyle Teaches Bass. Kyle is kind of retiring, I guess, from being a music director at a school, and is doing this, you know, private teaching full time. So I jumped on his list. We had a lesson, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good because, number one, Kyle is a professional bass player, so he knows answers. Like I have my P bass, which is the bass that I play regularly, but I also have a Mustang, a short scale Mustang PJ bass, so it has 2 pickups in it. And when I take it to rehearsal, if there's some songs that we play where I like to kind of go pretty hard and like really bring out some dynamics, and when I do that, that bass makes this weird, almost like I have a wah pedal or an auto wah, or this barky kind of sound, and it was really confusing to me. But if it's only on the back pickup, the J pickup. If I put just the P bass pickup on, it doesn't do that. And so like I didn't know any other bass players to ask, so I asked him like, is this a normal thing? And he's like, I bet you that pickup is too high, it's like too close to the strings, and you're clipping. The volume is too much, and it's clipping, and then the amp's distorting. And I thought, whoa, I've not tried it. I've not plugged that bass into my my Fender Rumble yet, so I need to try it at home here. So that was one neat thing. Like there was just a question I couldn't ask. Like, who do I ask? Who has experience? Like, I don't know. I guess I could have asked some of my touring musician friends, but it was nice to be able to have that kind of question. But he immediately picked out a few things about my playing, and here's the one. The meanest thing he could have possibly done to me was he had me playing with a metronome. Great. I play with a metronome. Well, I play with drum tracks. I don't normally play with metronomes that much, but I play with drum tracks a lot. And he had me playing with a metronome pretty slow, like 76 beats, maybe 84 beats per minute, somewhere around there. So a slow, steady thing. And he had me playing quarter notes or even like whole note. Like I played a couple of simplified bass lines. And the part of it that was mean and rude was I couldn't move my body. No foot tapping, no head bobbing, just play listening to the metronome and listening to my internal. I had to, metronome's going this and I'm going and I have to play without tapping, just internalize that thing. And my God, that was difficult. I like to think I have pretty good rhythm. When I'm tapping my feet, I like anybody, it's a constant like push-pull, right? You're ahead of the beat a little bit, then you're behind the beat a little bit. Maybe you're right on the beat for a little bit, then you're behind the beat a little bit, and then you have to just constantly kind of, it's like a little sway, and you're just constantly working it. It's very, very difficult to just stay perfect for long periods of time. It's gonna happen. And so when I'm tapping, I can hear a rhythm. I'm tapping along with that rhythm. I'm pretty decent, and I can usually feel and tell when I'm pushing or when I'm pulling on the beat, and I can accommodate. But without tapping and without bobbing my head, man, that was challenging. That was a huge challenge that I'd never heard of. I'd never heard of anybody mention this before. And that's one of my homework assignments, is to work on that. So I'm really excited about private lessons just because, like I said, I have an instructor who can point out, this is what you need to work on. Here's what I see. Let's work on this. Let's work on that. I have a professional basis so I can ask technical questions from, which I haven't had. And then in the future, like working on bass lines together, I think he'll really be able to help me open up a little bit. He showed me a couple of things today that were like, oh, that opens up this one particular part of a song that I've been kind of not feeling great about. I can throw that in. I can, So there was a lot of fun moments in the lesson today that I very much appreciate. And I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for the future of these lessons because it's going to be. I mean, this is what I love doing right now. I don't see myself loving anything like this right now at all. And I have read books. I finished a book this weekend. We're going to talk about it. We might talk about a couple of books this week because I'm reading through some more right now that are really fast reads. So cool, fun stuff, bass stuff. Workshop stuff. I did workshop stuff too. Good times over here in Fairmont, West Virginia. Did you have good times this weekend? You should let me know in the comments. While you're down there, please like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Ask me a question. Give me a topic idea. Put all that stuff down there. Appreciate it very, very much. I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We are learning 9 mindful ways to remain calm when others are angry. Ooh, this is one I could use. Get comfortable with pausing. Don't imagine the worst when you encounter a little drama. When someone is acting irrationally, don't join them by rushing to make a negative judgment call. Instead, pause, take a deep breath, give yourself and the other person a little extra time and space. Often this is all we need. I am one of those people that when conflict happens, huge fight or flight, I'm typically a flighter, I'm not a fighter, and that causes me to kind of shut down or to snap back quickly because I'm in a defensive position. And so taking a breath, pause, I've been actively working on that myself for years now, and Sometimes I take it too far. Sometimes I pause for way too long, and then the person is upset with me because I paused so long. But it's still a good practice.